Thank you. Bob Savery.
Thank you very much, and I certainly appreciate this. It's late at night. Ms. Carson, I would have to say before they start my time, though, never ask Bearden High School SGA to be creative about charging, because when Farragut comes to play a home football game, their tickets might cost $35, and ours would be pretty cheap.
I would have to not help them.
All right, and I'm sure it will work vice versa as well. My name's Bob Savery, 9320 Camrose Road, or Lane in Knoxville, Tennessee, 37931. I've learned the hard way to seek good and wise counsel before speaking publicly in front of the Board of Education. Before speaking tonight, I had meetings with a law director and 2 of our Board of Education members. With wise counsel, I have decided to make an appeal to your ethical and moral side of what is right and what is wrong. Last month, we heard Christina Graham plead her case after her non-renewal at the end of 3 years at Copper Ridge Elementary School. I believe a terrible wrong has been done in her situation. I hope you as a board feel tonight, as Dr. McIntyre did last month after the problem Broad Grant situation. And I quote Dr. McIntyre, "At times, there are things that come through the process that didn't get handled properly. We try to rectify those and correct those and make sure they're handled properly in the end." And this was really what this was about. It was about how do we address the deficiencies in the process, how do we make sure we get it right. Tonight I'm asking you as Board of Education for Knox County to right this terrible wrong done to an amazing teacher. You know what that would say to Knox County teachers as far as your respect for them and their positions. It's curious as you study educational laws in Tennessee, in the Tennessee Code Annotated, what you find. I found that the Board of Education under Tennessee Code Annotated 49-2-203 as of 2014 has great power in decisions of non-renewal or, as TCA refers to it, failure of re-election. Under TCA 49-2-203B, and I quote, "The local Board of Education has the power to, 8, provide written notice to probationary teachers of specific reasons for failure of re-election pursuant to this title, provided that any teacher so notified shall be given upon request a hearing to determine the validity of the reasons given for failure of re-election, provided that A, the hearing shall occur no later than 30 days after the teacher's request, B, the teacher shall be allowed to appear, call witnesses, and plead the teacher's cause in person or by counsel. C, the Board of Education shall issue a written decision regarding continued employment of the teacher. And D, nothing contained in this subdivision, B8, shall be construed to grant tenure or the expectation of continued employment to any person." There's some room for discussion. You have those powers by TCA. You have your Board of Education policy, GBG, we've been talking about, where the board actually added some protection, I think, for non-renewed teachers with a specific statement of the principal is responsible for discussing deficiencies with non-tenured teachers and providing assistance for overcoming these deficiencies. This additional part of the Board of Education policy, GBG, was not done in Ms. Graham's case. As a matter of fact, her principal actually sent in her paperwork to the Tennessee Department of Education recommending her for a professional license. Also, Knox County Human Resources did not provide a separation notice within 24 hours as required by the Tennessee Employment Security Law Rules and Regulations, LB-0489, because she is entitled to unemployment. Tonight, I'm asking that you consider going beyond this measure and adding to GBG what one would call due process to teachers considered for non-renewal. Non-renewal to a teacher is almost a kiss of death for future job and placements. Use TCA 49-2-203 to make Knox County a great place to teach, with protection even for the apprentice teacher. This would still allow the Board of Education to rid the system of poor teachers. Okay? But keep those that prove themselves to be on their way to being a great teacher. This will allow the Board of Education to look at these non-renewals on a case-by-case basis. It's a whole lot easier to look at them on a case-by-case that way than to look at 55 or 44 legal cases because of non-compliance with Board of Education policy GBG. Tonight, I appeal to your ethical and moral side to allow this Board of Education to do what is right for Ms. Graham. I believe, from my 32 years in the classroom, that she is the absolute kind of teacher we need working with our kids. She received 3s and 4s in her evaluation. She was recommended for professional licensure. I can find no reason that you would not rehire. You, as the Board of Education, has the power to do this, and using TCA 49-2-203, you can make sure this type of incident never happens again. I believe you'll do what's right, because the education of the students of Knox County is your main priority, and I applaud you in your dedication to our students and to the teachers of Knox County. Thank you.